Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got another video for you today. Today we are at Tortilla Flat, basically east of Phoenix. So I'm not in Phoenix, kind of Phoenix area still, but yeah, just way east of Phoenix. This is a little town east of Apache Junction, east of Mesa, basically east of the East Valley, if you're familiar with that. But as you can see, we're out in the mountains. Lake out that way, lake out that way. But we're not in the city anymore. This is a little town that started as a stagecoach route. I don't think maybe the Saloon is where it originally was, or it might have been this. I know this is an older building, but they've had floods, I think fires, so I'm sure a portion of this stuff's not original. This has been here for a while. Cool little area. I'm here, it's 7:30 on a Saturday. This place doesn't get hopping until about lunchtime. It's real busy. So nothing's quite open yet. I'm waiting for the restaurant to open, which is the Saloon here. That opens at 8 on the weekend. I don't think anything else opens till 10. But yeah, by then 11, 12 o'clock this place will get packed. So yeah, I've been surprised there's already people out here. Seen people on the drive-in. So quick little town. Starts back there, ends down that way. So I'll shoot over there, cover that. But yeah, kind of show you where I'm at. The easiest way to get out here is head to Apache Junction. It's out towards Goldfield. I'll be covering that after this video. That'll be the next video. So basically, if you just take the highway, it's 88. From Goldfield, it'll just take you right to Tortilla Flat. So, alright, I'm going to shoot across the street. Come over there a little bit and tell you what's what. Some shots of the mountains here. I like this peak right here, right across the street. Oh, and there's not a ton of parking. Basically, I'm right in the parking here on this side, and then on the other side's about as equal. A lot of people come with motorcycles. Motorcycle parking right when you come in. It's like they got it right where that sign is. These little barricades are, so you come up from that way. There's a campground there. I don't think there's parking down that way. So yeah, if you come, I'd come early, especially if you want to go to the restaurant and eat and everything. I don't know how busy it's going to get. This is the weekend after Memorial Day weekend. I was going to come up then, but then I got thinking, I'm like, no, because everybody else is going to be up here because of the lakes and everything. So I talked myself out of it. So, but yeah, it's a cool little area up here. It's got some history to it. They do have a museum I'll show you at the end. I'll head down that way. It talks about it. You can look it up online if you look up Tortilla Flat. So yeah, it's got its name because somebody said basically it's flat as a tortilla. I've heard people talk about that. It got its name because there was a tortilla wagon came through here and dumped over, and you don't see that anywhere, so I don't know where that comes from. It's probably just somebody's story. But mostly what you'll see is people talking about how they basically say how flat it is, which I guess for being up in the middle of the mountains, it is kind of flat. But apparently that's where it's got its name. But yeah, a lot of history on how much it floods. The rivers runs right down through there. I'll show you at the end. The other part, there's a, I don't know what you want to call it, but down there it kind of dips down and the river actually goes across the the road. It's pretty cool, so I'll show that. I've been here when it's flowing over the road. So, alright. Yeah, so this is the campground. There's a sign up there that talks about the campground. It looks like it's only open at certain times of the year. It looked like it was open because I seen people down there, so they might have extended it because I thought it said March. It's like October to March or something, but yeah, I'm not sure what's down there, but the lake down there, it's Canyon Lake. There's definitely camping and fishing and everything down there. Neat little lake. Might hit that on the way back down to kind of, like, I want to just check it out, but I may film it. We'll see. See if I can find a good spot to film. Alright. Show you this one last time. I'll show you some of these buildings. Alright, so this is the Mercantile building. This is the first building. When you come in on your right, looks like they open at 8 on the weekend, so they're going to be open up here in about 5-10 minutes. I get like little tchotchkes and stuff. I have a post office here. There's only 6 people that live in this town. They all pretty much work here. So they do have their own post office, so they're on the map. When you get a post office, that means you're somebody. So, but yeah, there's 6 people for the population. So there's that. But yeah, anything you can get in there, odds and ends. This is part of the restaurant. They got outdoor seating. There's the bathroom. They did a public bathroom. It's right next to the Saloon. So if you're inside of there, that's where the bathroom is. It's the Saloon. I'm gonna grab some breakfast while I'm here. It's gonna start getting noisy here in a second. It does get busy. I'm seeing more and more people coming down the road. I was hoping to get here before everybody else did, but apparently everyone else had the idea I had getting here early. So we'll see how good this video ends up. All the noise, tons of motorcycles. There's a bunch of them about to come through right now. We got trucks, loud cars. So yeah, looks like everybody's gonna start getting here. This place is going to start filling up, so. Alright, let's go back down that way. I'm trying to wait till that tractor got done because it's pretty loud. Alright, there's a little sign that gives you some details what's here, the name and everything. Right next to the restaurant. Continue this way. A little history brief of Dutchman's Inn. All that's kind of, this area is the Lost Dutchman area. So I get a little story. You can look that up too. Cool little building. Behind that wall, they got a patio. They do live bands and stuff on the weekend. I won't be here for that. It's usually in the afternoon. There's a little general store. Got all kinds of, a little bit of tchotchkes, but it's mostly like food, and they sell ice cream and stuff like that. You can get like jellies. They got all the jalapeno prickly pear stuff in there. All that kind of fun stuff. So, but yeah, if you want food, go there. If you want little trinkets, check out the other little store there. And they just got some random little things at this on the museums down there. I'll go show you that here. But some little wagons and stuff. They just updated this probably a couple years ago. I was out here a year ago and it was already done. So I think it was out a year or two before that and hadn't quite started. They're doing a little bit at the museum. They've did some stuff over here, but yeah, this little sitting area is new. A couple of these things are, yeah, I think that's always been there. It's just cool. metal stagecoach. This is an old schoolhouse. This isn't where it was originally. Yeah, it was originally on this spot, but if I remember reading right, it was like, it's a reproduction. It's not the original one. I'm sure it got destroyed, but just kind of shows you. Bell up there. I don't know if they would have had that back in the day, but maybe around here, because out in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, the museum's in there. It talks about this area. Yeah, come check it out when you're here. I gotta go in there. They got some music playing over there. Probably drown me out anyway, but yeah, come check it out. You can always look it up, Google it if you're curious. I got a little replica mine here. I don't know how many mines are in this area. On your left, most of them have all probably been filled in, if anything. But I don't think they mine too much this way. Everything else is out towards Apache Junction, where Goldfield is. That was more where the miners were at. I'm sure in this area it'd be way too hard to mine, but like you can buy some gold panning stuff here. Go to the Mercantile and buy some stuff. They got these little boxes here you can use. See what you find. Water tower. We got this little jail. This has been here for a while. You lock yourself in there, and then you do these little puzzles to get yourself out. It's pretty easy. They got directions how to do it. And, this one's more for kids and stuff. It's pretty easy. That way they don't get freaked out. They can get out pretty quick. But, so that's kind of cool. Alright, I'll check out some of these other stores. That's pretty much out here. I mean, you blink and you'll miss it. But just a neat little place to come out and visit, support. I keep saying in my videos, I love supporting local places and everything, which is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go in the restaurant. Looks like this should be open by now. Go in there and get me something to eat. And keep the ventures going. I might show them there a little bit. It's pretty cool, but I'm going to ask them first. I'm pretty sure it's okay, but I always make sure before I film in a place if it's okay or not. It looks like the general store's open at 8. So I guess everything's 8. Looked on the website. I know they said the restaurant was open at 8, but it looked like everything else was 10, but I guess I was wrong. So yeah, it's like the weekend it's open at 8. During the rest of the week, we're open at 10. I'm sure they're not that busy. So, okay. Head on in. Alright. So I'm at the other end of this wash. Town's just down there. Kind of show you what this looks like. But the river comes up from that way. You can see how nasty this rocks are from the water coming through here. But yeah, it just comes through here, and this is what floods through here. It would flood the town. I don't think it's really an issue now with the dams and everything, the reservoirs we have. I'm sure that solved a lot of issues. And it seems weird because like I'm like down in this part, so like I guess if this was full, like I'd basically probably be up to my neck in the water. So I don't know how it really floods the town, but I mean there's pictures of it, so it has happened. This doesn't really flow. There's stagnant water in here right now. I was out here several years ago and it was kind of flowing. I wouldn't say a little more than a trickle, but not really raging. Probably went, I don't know, probably 6-10 foot length and, you know, half-inch deep, maybe an inch. Not enough, but yeah, just kind of interesting. Really part of the history, since it's been flooded a number of times. Washed this town out. Yeah, I don't. When you're here, you just don't get it. But I wasn't here back when it happened, so it's hard to say. So, all right. Well, I had breakfast. I was gonna film in there, but the copyright music just blaring. Good music, at least, some classic rock. So, but yeah, there's no way I was gonna try to film. But it's cool. They do the whole dollar bills on the wall thing, like a lot of ghost towns do, old mining towns. People like to do that. So, but all right, well, I'm gonna finish up in here, head on out. It's gonna start getting busy in here. People are showing up more and more. So, find a nice little quiet place I can do my outro and on the next one. As you can already hear, it's gonna start getting noisy. So, but yeah, it's about 9 o'clock, about 10 o'clock. This place is gonna be a nightmare. So, all right, I'll see you guys in just a moment. All right, so this is Canyon Lake. This is on the way out. I'll give you a shot of that. I pulled off from about midway from Apache Junction to Tortilla Flat. Pulled off this little scenic deal. It says Canyon Lake Vista. There's some pullouts everywhere. I did one. I probably have to check under my car because something dunked. I think I just hit control arm or something on the asphalt coming out. It was dirt and there's kind of dips. I think it's okay though, but yeah, there's all kinds of little pull-offs. This one's actually, you can see there's like a Ramada type thing. Got like signs here. Let's see if I can, yeah, about some history. So this is a safer one, parking spots. It says Canyon Lake Vista. Go over here and show you the sign. So it's just right off the road here. So figure it's a little safer, a little quieter. There's still going to be traffic because people are still coming in, but it was busy. I tried to go in down by the lake. It's busy. Even little pullouts I tried to get to. There's people down on the bottom, you know, talking loud. It echoes too, since they're little coves and everything. So if I gotta try to find somewhere else, this is apparently gonna be the best I can get, but it's fine. So, but yeah, if you're out in the East Valley or gonna be in the East Valley at any point, or just in Phoenix and want to see something cool, I know there's not a ton, but it's neat. And then you're out here, out in the mountains. You got the lake. You're right next to the lake on the road, a few spots. So yeah. It's busy. Now with summertime coming, everybody's going to be coming up here. So just be prepared for that. People drive crazy up here. The motorcycles have settled down. It seems like they come here in the morning and like to race down the road and everything. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently it is. So, but yeah, everybody else is here. You got these big old trucks with boats and jet skis. Just have patience being out here. It's like anywhere else you go out here, but especially public area where people are going to be active. They just want to come out, have some fun, start the summer. You know, kids are out of school. So, but yeah, come check it out. You want to see a little piece of history. I know it's nothing major, but Tortilla Flat's pretty cool. I know people say it's just a tourist trap. I don't consider it a tourist trap. That's going to be my next video. That's Goldfield. That's what we're headed to next. So, alright, well, I'm going to wrap this up. I thought I had a quiet spot, but people are starting to pull in here, so I'm just going to wrap it up, and we'll see you on the next adventure. And Coldfield would be a little bit more adventurous, a little more to it, hopefully. Maybe like Tortilla Flat better. So, there, I'll give you another shot of the lake here. Camera adjusted. As you can hear, it's getting noisy. It's only going to get noisier. So, but yeah, come out here for some fun. Enjoy the lake and the mountains. Alright, we'll see you on the next adventure.